I pretty much thought the game went as we thought it would, or at least we hoped it would. You want to be in the ball game in the fourth quarter. You want to have that opportunity to win. And just from watching the film, I thought their kids were going to play hard, which they did. I believe that we were going to leave it all on the field. I think both teams' effort, it was a high level of effort. I think we just a couple of mistakes, a few mistakes, and we just weren't able to get over the hump on this. It's always difficult. We've been fortunate we don't lose a whole lot, and so it is always difficult when we're not successful.
Questions?
Coach, you get a turnover with a couple minutes to go. You had to feel pretty good about your opportunity there with the offense that you had played.
Yeah, I thought that's all you could ask for. I mean, it looked like the game was going to be over. They were driving the ball down the field, and we were down to maybe our last time out. So it looked like there wasn't any way we were going to get the opportunity. So when the ball ended up on the ground, we recovered. Yeah, that opened the door. There was some daylight at that point, and it did sort of rekindle some hope.
Had the job Dusty Hayes did tonight, it was what he means to his team.
What he means?
Yeah, what he means and the job he did.
Oh, I mean, really, when you look at your quarterback anymore, quarterbacks are the engine of the offense, and he's pretty much been that for us. He provides that unique blend of quickness and speed, and especially competitiveness that has really sort of marked his career. At least the last two. Well, he's always been competitive. He's improved as a player considerably over the last 2 years. I think we've seen that, and we've benefited from that these last 2 years, but particularly in 2014.
Coach,
Were you a little surprised to see how much they put in Jerome Baker at the Wildcat?
You have to ask Coach about that, but I guess from our perspective, we'd like to think that that's sort of a compliment to us that they felt that they needed to put him out there that much. He was out there probably a little bit more than I thought he might be, but let's face it, this is the last ball game. You're gonna pull out all the stops. You're gonna play whatever. You're gonna do whatever you can to make sure you win the ball game. And he's a playmaker. He's a genuine player, probably on the next level, I would say.
Coach, on the last offensive play, was that one of the things where Dusty had the opportunity, whether it was a pass he could take it or run it, or was it a designed run?
I'll tell you, that was going so quick. It was not a designed run. No, we didn't have time. There might have been an option, and I say there were so many plays there at the end. We would not have just called a designed run at that. First down wasn't going to do us any good, really, unless he got out of bounds, and we were only going to have about a second left if that happened. So, at the very least, he had an option to throw. Had anything been open, I think he would have thrown the ball.
Coach, you had some success running the ball in the third quarter, and then after that, not so much. Did they do anything you could tell?
I think they got set for the jet sweep. Chris Fink had some great yardage on the jet sweep, and that opened some other things up off our jet series, inside stuff and so forth. But I was, what they were doing was they were coming upfield hard with everything, and they still had a safety over there. It made it difficult for us, and we were trying to react to that by kicking their people out and trying to get Chris Fink to cut it up inside, and he was. But there's always a counter to that too. And they countered pretty nicely. They started filling the lane with. I'd have to watch the film to see exactly who it was, but they were filling that lane in, and that stopped that jet sweep.
The Benedictine had control to start the game, probably through the first quarter. What do you guys do to kind of regroup, get refocused, and get back into this?
Well, I think some of these guys can answer some questions too. I think we controlled it very early until the long pass, okay? And then they picked up some momentum, and it's the ebb and flow of the game. I think our defense, I think our defense is a pretty solid group. And they came back out after that first drive, and they played the kind of defense we expected them to play. So I'm not other than just doing what the kids are coached to do, and they're usually pretty good about that. wasn't anything outstanding different that we did, I believe. We mixed it up. We were trying to mix some things up, coverage-wise. Okay.
Greg, how about you? How was it going out there?
It was a blast. The last ride with these guys, we come up short. It's tough, but it was a fun time. It always is with this group.
And the experience of playing here in Ohio Stadium, I don't know how that felt going out there. Any of you guys, or a few of you?
Yeah, it was really cool. Since being a little boy growing up in Ohio, watching the Buckeyes and being able to play here is a dream for so many kids. Being able to experience it and actually do it is another thing. It was really nice.
And you guys?
At one point in your life, when you start playing football in Ohio, you do dream of playing on this field. And it was a blast playing out there with these guys. Proud of the way we played. Just came up a little bit short, but it was awesome.
Okay, anything else? All right, guys.